Hey guys!
Welcome back to the Homies channel. I'm Michelle.
I'm Katie.
And today we are going to watch 12 Angry Men. Yeah, the movie is from 1957. Both of us never saw it. We saw this in the top IMDb.
Yeah.
One of the tops.
Mm-hmm. And we didn't watch it, so...
We felt curious.
Mm-hmm.
The movie from the 50s, almost 60s. What's it gonna be? So before we continue, if you like us and if you want to support us, make sure that you're subscribed for the channel. Also, if you want to watch the full movie reaction, you can do it in Patreon, and you can chat with us and have some fun in the link only for the fans. So yes.
I don't remember when I watched the black and white movie for the last time.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure that maybe it has been for the shadow. Whatever I watched.
Decide, your verdict must be unanimous. The bench will not entertain a recommendation for mercy. The death sentence is mandatory in this case.
Wow.
With a grave responsibility. Thank you, gentlemen.
Are those the 12?
I was thinking that...
The jury will
think
now
they're 12.
retire.
Or they will be 12 soon. It's your work day, you're not happy.
It's hot.
Do what you gotta do.
The ventilation is not working.
Yeah. The only fan, it's not working.
The only fan.
This gives me New York vibe.
Those windows, yes, they're open like that.
Ah!
You know something? I called the
Why?
weather bureau this morning. This is going to be the hottest day of the year. Okay, gentlemen. Everybody's here. Now, if there's anything you want, I'll be right outside the door. Just knock. Okay.
He locked himself.
I never knew they locked the door.
Sure they locked the door. What'd you think?
I don't know. It just never occurred to me.
This is the most angry guy from all.
Pretty interesting.
I can see how they can be angry.
I mean, I've never been on a jury before.
What, are you got a cold?
And how these hot weather colds can kill you.
Oh yeah, they're the worst.
Oh, come on, Mr. Foreman. Let's go here, huh?
Well, the guy's still in the bathroom.
Hey, what's new? I didn't get a chance to see a paper this morning.
Okay, man, let's take our seats, huh?
Yeah, we can all get out of here pretty quick, huh? I don't know about the rest of you, but I happen to have tickets to that ball game tonight. Yanks and Cleveland. Yeah, we got this kid Modulewski in there. Oh, he's a real bull, this kid. You're a real baseball fan, aren't you, huh? Yeah. Where do we sit here?
Well, I thought we'd sit in order, you know, by jury numbers of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on around the table.
This is the organized one.
Let it be.
That's me there.
Okay, fellas, can we hold it down a minute? Fellas, say we'd like to get started. Is everyone here?
The old man is inside.
Oh, would you knock on the door for him?
Yeah.
Oh, forgive me, gentlemen. I didn't mean to keep you waiting.
Okay, then I think that, of course, you know that we have a first-degree murder charge here, and if we vote the accused guilty, we've got to send him to the chair.
Oh no.
That's mandatory.
I think we know that.
Yeah, let's see who's where.
Now, all those voting guilty, please raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Only
7,
No?
8, 9, 10,
Yeah, only
11.
one.
Only one, yeah.
Okay, that's 11 guilty. Those voting not guilty? 1.
Oh,
Right.
only one.
This is very bad because
Well, now we know where we are.
if if they're not on one opinion, they cannot leave the room.
Let's take an hour. Ball game doesn't start till 8 o'clock.
I'm willing to sit for an hour.
Great. I heard a pretty good story last night. That's not why we're sitting here.
All right, then you tell me. What are we sitting here for?
I don't know, maybe no reason. This kid's been kicked around all of his life. You know, born in a slum, mother dead since he was 9. He lived for a year and a half in an orphanage when his father was serving a jail term for forgery. A wild, angry kid, that's all he's ever been. And you know why? Because he's been hit on the head by somebody once a day, every day.
It's good to discuss it. Yeah, that's a young boy's life.
Given it much thought, but it seems to me that it's up to the group of us to convince this gentleman that he's wrong and we're right. Now, maybe...
No, that's not the point.
This is the ego talking.
It's hard to put into words. I just think he's guilty.
Not enough.
It's from the word go.
Nobody has to prove otherwise. The burden of proof's on the prosecution. The defendant doesn't even have to open his mouth. That's in the Constitution.
Oh, well, sure, I know that. What I meant I mean, somebody saw him do it.
Not enough.
Here's what I think, and I have no personal feelings about this. I just want to talk about facts. At 10 minutes after 12 on the night of the killing, he heard loud noises. Said it sounded like a fight. And he heard the kid yell out, "I'm going to kill you." Second later, he heard a body hit the floor. Ran to the door, opened it up, saw the kid running down the stairs and out of the house. Called the police. They came in, found the old man with a knife in his chest. The coroner fixed the time of death around midnight. Now, these are facts. You can't refute facts. The kid is guilty.
I don't think he's guilty.
You're a pretty smart fella, aren't you?
Okay, gentlemen.
Yes.
Gentlemen.
Straightforward thinking.
Come on now, we're not going to get anywhere fighting.
Totally right.
Turn is the next.
Yeah, can I pass it?
Well, that's your privilege.
No, you can't. Why?
Well, don't exactly prove anything. It's just part of the
Well, you said it
picture.
right.
Absolutely.
This boy's been hit so many times in his life that violence is practically it's a normal state of affairs with him. I can't see 2 slaps in the face provoking him into committing murder.
It may have been
Yeah.
too many. Everyone has a breaking point.
Okay, how about you?
I don't know. It's all been said.
No opinion or what?
Yeah. Most of them don't have pretty much opinion.
This kid is 5 for 0. Well, look at his record. When he was 10, he was in children's court. He threw a rock at a teacher. When he was 15, he was at reform school.
It's kids.
Stole a car.
They learn.
Arrested for mugging. He was picked up twice for knife fighting.
Ever since he was 5 years old, his father beat him up regularly. He used his fists.
Well, so would I. A kid like that?
It's these kids, the way they are nowadays. When I was a kid, I used to call my father Sir. That's right, Sir. You ever hear a kid call his father that anymore?
Fathers don't seem to think it's important.
That's why you're so grumpy.
Kids?
3?
I got one. 22 years old.
Is he calling you sir?
He was 9 years old. He ran away from a fight. I saw it. I was so embarrassed I almost threw up. I said, "I'm going to make a man out of you if I have to break you in 2 trying." Well, I made a man out of him. When he was 16, we had a fight. Hit me in the jaw. He's a big kid.
You teach him
Haven't
this
seen him
way.
for 2 years.
But this is his point that he can be a killer, the young boy.
Hard out.
I think we're missing the point here. This boy, let's say he's the product of a broken home and a filthy neighborhood. We can't help that. We're here to decide whether he's innocent or guilty. He was born in a slum. Slums are breeding grounds for criminals. I know it, and so do you. Now, I think...
Brother, you can say that again. The kids who crawl out of these places are real trash. I don't want any part of them, I'm telling you.
Listen, I've lived in a slum all my life. I mean,
Wait a minute.
Please, I played in backyards that were filled with garbage. I mean, maybe you can still smell it on me.
Now listen, Sonny.
Come on now, there's nothing personal.
Oh, now,
there wasn't. I didn't expect a turn. I thought you were all going to try to convince me. Wasn't that the idea?
Check, that was the idea.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It didn't work well.
Who's keeping us in here? Let's hear what he's got to say.
Oh, now, wait a minute. We decided to, do this a certain way. I think we ought to stick to that way.
Oh, stop being a kid, will ya?
What do you mean, a kid?
What do you think I mean? K-I-D, kid.
Supposing they're wrong.
What do you mean, supposing they're wrong? What's the point of having witnesses at all?
Could they be wrong?
Well, no, I don't think so.
You know so.
Oh, come on, nobody can know a thing like that. This isn't an exact science.
That's right, it isn't.
What about the switch knife they found in the old man's chest?
Wait a minute. There's some people who haven't talked yet. Shouldn't we go in order?
They'll get a chance to talk. Be quiet a second, will you? What about it? This
He's been quiet the whole time.
boy admitted buying the night of the killing. Let's talk about it.
Say, could you bring us the knife?
Knife?
Yeah, thank you. The knife and the way it was bought is pretty strong evidence, don't you think?
I do.
Good. He went directly to a neighborhood junk shop where he bought one of those...
Switch knives.
Switchblade knives. This wasn't what you'd call an ordinary knife. They identified the death weapon in court as that very same knife. He arrived home at about 10 o'clock. Now, this is where the stories offered by the state and the boy begin to diverge slightly. Time between 11:30 and 3:10. And that he never saw it again.
The way to the movie is 11:30, yeah.
I think it's quite clear that the boy never went to the movies that night. No one in the house saw him go out at 11:30. No one at the theater identified him. He couldn't even remember the names of the pictures he saw. Had another fight with his father, stabbed him to death, and left the house at 10 minutes after 12. He even remembered to wipe the knife clean of fingerprints.
It's possible.
It's absolutely possible.
Usually in life, always the weirdest thing happened.
Take a look at this knife.
I'm just saying a coincidence is possible.
And I say it's not possible.
How the guy who never saw it.
What did that It's the same knife.
Sorry.
Oh.
Wow.
You get it. I went out walking for a couple of hours last night. I walked through the boy's neighborhood. I bought that in a little pawn shop just 2 blocks from the boy's house. It cost $6.
It's against the law to buy or sell switchblade knives.
That's right, I broke the law.
Listen, you pulled a real bright trick. Now, supposing you tell me what it proves.
That it's not one of a kind.
Yeah.
Maybe there are.
But what does it mean?
You mean you're asking us to believe that somebody else did the stabbing with exactly the same kind of knife?
The odds are 1,000,000 to 1.
It's possible.
But not very...
This if they want to make the boy guilty, look
Yeah.
like guilty.
Just to go watch the game.
You know, it's interesting that he'd find a knife exactly like the one the boy bought.
What's interesting about it? Interesting.
It is?
There are still 11 of us here who think he's guilty.
Right. Oh, listen, I don't see what all this stuff about a knife has got to do with anything. Somebody saw the kid stab his father. What more do we need? You guys can talk the ears right off my head, you know what I mean? I got 3 garages of mine going to pot while you're talking. So let's get done and get out of here.
I have a proposition to make to all of you. We call for another vote. You 11 men to vote by secret written ballot. I'll abstain. There are 11 votes for guilt.
It's going to be at least 2 against that he's guilty.
Probably this guy's going to be.
But if anyone votes not guilty, we stay here and talk it out. Well, that's it. If you want to try it, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it the hard way.
Yeah, that sounds fair. Everyone agree?
The hard
Anyone
way.
doesn't agree?
Nice idea. The music is killing me.
I think
It's so cool.
one by one they're going to change to not guilty.
Maybe.
Otherwise, why they make the movie?
And probably he is not guilty.
He can be, I don't know.
Guilty?
Uppercase.
Guilty. Guilty.
It's gonna be only one.
Guilty.
Who wrote that?
Guilty. Boy, how do you like that?
It was anonymous.
Brother, you really are something. You sit here, vote guilty like the rest of us, then some golden-voiced preacher starts tearing your poor heart out about some underprivileged kid just couldn't help becoming a murderer, and you change your vote. Why don't you drop a quarter in this collection box?
Oh, now just wait a minute. Listen, you can't talk to me like that.
Absolutely. He cannot talk to you like that.
Matter, he's...
Bet I'm excitable. We're trying to put a guilty man in the chair where he belongs. Someone starts telling us fair...
And who are you to say?
He didn't change his vote. I did.
Oh, fine.
It was too obvious to be the other guy.
Yeah.
We have to listen to this.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to.
Sad. This is so unrespectful. Yeah, but it was kind of unrespectful for him to leave the room while one is speaking. And it doesn't have blood on the ticket. Why the knife is still with the ticket and it doesn't have blood on it?
Of course, it's not going to have blood. It's cleaned.
The ticket?
No, the ticket. The knife. The ticket is... this is because it's evidence.
Ah. Oh, I thought they didn't remove the ticket.
No. Oh.
I'm telling you about in a...
Glad you're not one of those lets these emotional appeals influence him.
He's gonna be probably the next one.
I don't know what's the matter with that fan. Can't seem to get it started.
Hey, what are you getting out of this, kicks? Or did somebody bump you on the head one time and you haven't gotten over it?
Maybe.
You know, you do-gooders are all alike. You're always blowing the stacks over some guy named Fan. But what are you wasting that time for? Donate $5 to the cause and maybe it'll make you feel better. This kid is guilty, pal. It's as plain as the nose on your face.
What difference does it make if you get it here at the ball game?
No difference, pal. No difference at all.
One by one.
Nice bunch of guys, huh?
Ah, they're about the same as anyone else.
Oy, what a murderous day.
Yeah.
It will be much longer?
I don't know.
Murderous
Oh,
day.
he's guilty for sure. Supposing you talk us all out of this and, kid really did knife his father, huh?
It's a dangerous work because, okay, they can say he's not guilty, and then he kills another one.
Yeah.
In a couple of years.
Mm. So unrespectful. Disrespectful, yeah.
They just don't want to be there.
It's
All right, I'm telling you, don't forget it now.
Has anybody any idea how long it takes an elevator train going at medium speed to pass a given point?
I just finished painting an apartment that overlooked an L line. I was there for 3 days.
What was it like?
What do you mean?
Noisy?
Oh, brother.
Ah,
It
yeah.
don't matter, though. We're all punchy.
I lived in a second-floor apartment near the L line once. When the window is open and the train goes by, the noise is almost unbearable. You can hardly hear yourself think.
All right, you can't hear yourself think. Well, you get to the
That's
point.
right.
I will. Now, just a minute. The old man in the apartment downstairs. To the last 2 cars of a passing elevated train, right? The last 2 cars.
Well, what?
He has a point.
Just a minute. We've agreed that it takes 10 seconds for a train to pass a given point. We can assume that the body hit the floor just as the train went by. Train had been roaring by the old man's window a full 10 seconds before the body hit the floor. With the L roaring past his nose, it's not possible he could have heard it.
You're talking about a matter of seconds. Nobody can be that accurate.
Well, I think testimony that could put a boy into the electric chair should be that accurate.
Yeah, it should be.
One by one. That's so sweet. I hope we find out if the boy is guilty or not in the end.
He walked very slowly to this stand. I think I know this man better than anyone here. An insignificant old man who has been nothing all his life, who has never had recognition or his name in the newspapers. Nobody knows him. Nobody quotes him. Nobody seeks his advice after 75 years.
So he could be important once?
No. He wouldn't really lie, but perhaps he made himself believe he heard those words and recognized the boy's face.
Well, that's the most fantastic story I've ever heard. How can you make up a thing like that? What do you know about it?
Let me ask you this. Do you really think the boy shot out a thing like that so the whole neighborhood could hear him?
He's a common, ignorant slob. He don't even speak good English.
He doesn't even speak good English.
Okay.
So?
Mr. Foreman, I'd like to change my vote to not guilty.
Oh!
You heard me.
You sure?
The boy is not speaking English, and they heard him shouting.
9-3 favor of guilty.
Well, if this isn't the living end, huh?
This guy wants to just go to the game.
Poor kid. His life is at the stake, and those guys are the ones that he has to say yes or no. Oh, thank God that there's some good few people in this room.
I have made some notes here, and I would like, please, to say something.
Finally, they never give him a chance.
And it seems to me that this man has some very good points to make. From what was presented at the trial, the boy looks guilty on the surface, but maybe if we go deeper, how was he caught by the police? He came back home at 3 o'clock or so, and he was captured by 2 detectives in the hallway of his house. If he really had killed his father, why would he come back home 3 hours later? Wouldn't he be afraid of being caught?
Good question.
The boy knew the knife could be identified as the one he had just bought. He had to get it before the police did.
He knew the knife could be identified. Why did he leave it there in the first place?
Assume the boy ran out in a state of panic after having just killed his father. When he finally calmed down, he realized he had left his knife there.
Now, where did this panic start and where did it end?
Look, you voted guilty. What side are you on?
Well, if I were the boy and I'd done the stabbing and everything, I'd take a chance and go back with the knife.
3 hours later and come back to get the knife, risking being caught by the police. Maybe all of those things happened, but maybe they didn't.
He says he did.
Says he did. Boy, how do you like that?
Now, look, witnesses can make mistakes.
Sure, when you want them to, they do it. When he wants them to, they do. You know what I mean?
Keep the yelling down.
Oh, you keep saying that. Maybe what we need is a little yelling in here. These guys keep going off every which way.
Now they are angry.
Now let's take our seats.
And they're 12.
I don't think that the 12 of them are angry. Only 3
Never saw so much time spent on nothing.
are angry.
Second.
Okay, I guess the fastest way is to find out who's voting not guilty. All those voting not guilty, please raise your hands. The same. 1, 2, 3 not guilty, 9 guilty.
So now, where are we? I'm telling you,
Aren't they 4 already?
This guy is going to change.
I vote not guilty.
Oh.
What?
What are you talking about? I mean, we're all going crazy in here or something.
The vote is 8 to 4, favor of guilty.
Hey, what is this? Love your underprivileged brother week or something? I want you to get up and tell me why you changed your vote. Come on, now, give me reasons.
I don't have to
They already did.
decision to you.
The kid you just decided isn't guilty was seen ramming this into his father. Now, what about this, Mr. Reasonable Doubt?
That's not the knife, don't you remember?
Oh, brilliant.
I'm telling you, this is a crazy.
But it's the same night.
I mean, what are we supposed to believe? I mean, you said
That was a good point.
it's out of thin air, you know?
Did the old man say he ran to the door?
Ran, walked, what's the difference? He got on, did he? I mean, he got there, didn't he?
No, well, wait a second.
He can't run.
I think he did.
Out of the
He
door?
said he went from his bedroom to the front door. Now, isn't that enough?
Foreman, I'd like to see a diagram of the apartment.
Look, why don't we just have him run the trial all over again so we can get everything
How come
straight?
you're the only one in this room who wants to see exhibits all the time?
I want to see this one, too.
But I'd like to find out if an old man who drags 1 foot when he walks, because he had a stroke last year, can get from his bedroom to his front door in 15 seconds.
He said 20 seconds.
He said 15.
He said 20 seconds. What are you trying to
He said
distort?
15.
How does he know how long 15 seconds is? You can't judge a thing like that.
He said 15 seconds. He was very positive about it.
He was an old man. Half the time he was confused. How could he be positive about anything?
Ouch. Oh, how he's watching him. This is the angriest guy in this room.
Well, let's see if the details bear him out. All right, here's the apartment where the killing took place.
They have everything.
Directly beneath and exactly the same. Now, the old man was in this bedroom right here. It says he crossed to the door and walked down the hall, opened the front door just in time to see the boy running down the stairs. Am I right so far? He would have had to walk 12 feet, open the bedroom door, walk 43 feet down and open the front door, all in 15 seconds. You think he could have done it?
You make it sound like a long walk.
For an old man who had a stroke, it is a long walk.
Oh, what are you doing?
We'll try it, see how long it took him.
So what kind of a bum is he then?
That's what I've been asking, buddy. Pass me that chair, will you?
They're so sweaty already.
Feet,
I would like to see it.
43 feet. I'll pace over that wall and back again.
Look, this is absolutely insane. What are you wasting everybody's time in here for?
According to you, it'll only take 15 seconds. Now, we can spare that, see?
Come on, knock it off.
Come on, speed it up. He walked twice as fast as that.
If you want me to walk faster than that, I will.
But he didn't. It's almost Lifetime making the conversation.
Yeah, I
it's
think,
like
yeah.
we're there.
41 seconds.
Here's what I think happened. The old man heard the fight between the boy and his father a few hours earlier. Then when he's lying in his bed, he heard the body hit the floor in the boy's apartment, heard the woman scream from across the street, got to his front door as fast as he could, heard somebody racing down the stairs, and assumed it was the boy.
I think that's possible.
Assume! Brother, I've seen all kinds of dishonesty in my day, but this little display takes the cake. You all come in here with your hearts bleeding all over the floor about slum kids and injustice. You listen to some fairy tales. Suddenly you start getting through to some of these old ladies. Well, you're not getting through to me. I've had enough. What's the matter with you guys? You all know he's guilty. He's got to burn. You're letting him slip through our fingers.
Slip through our fingers? Are you his executioner?
I'm one of them.
Perhaps you'd like to pull the switch.
For this kid, you bet I will.
Sorry for you. What it must feel like to want to pull the switch.
Ouch.
Ever since you walked into this room, you've been acting like a self-appointed public avenger. Personally wanted, not because of the facts.
Oh my god. Absolutely. How can they let him there?
You don't really mean you'll kill me, do you?
Oh! He's making the point so much.
Is there anything wrong, gentlemen? I heard some noise.
Oh, no, everything's all right. We're just, you know, friendly little argument. That's
Yeah.
with that diagram.
The point is just moved so much away from the starter point. So cool.
Is it getting dark?
I don't know, but it got darker. Like someone turned down the light.
Again, I beg pardon.
I beg pardon. What are you so polite about?
For the same reason you're not. The way I was brought up.
Bravo.
This I have always thought is a remarkable thing about democracy, that we are notified by mail to come down to this place to decide on the guilt or innocence of a man we have never heard of before. This is one of the reasons why we are strong.
Bravo. Very nice, sad. This guy has the best points so far.
I bet we're gonna have a storm now.
Yeah, so it did.
We are reliving the...
Maybe we should take another vote.
Oh, great. Maybe we can follow this one up with a little dancing and refreshments, huh?
Sorry.
I think we ought to have an open ballot. Call out our votes, you know. Let's see who stands where.
Well, that sounds fair to me. Anyone object?
Not guilty.
Bravo!
One more.
Guilty.
Of course.
Number 4.
This guy who says such a face.
Not guilty. Huh?
Ah,
I thought they are just...
not.
Good.
Number 6.
Not.
Guilty.
Not guilty.
Ah?
Number 7.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Number 8.
Not.
Not guilty.
Not.
Not guilty.
Number
And
10.
I'm guessing. Guilty.
Number 12.
I think he said it.
Number 12.
Ah, this guy with the ego. Guilty.
Yeah. Guilty. I was thinking that number 1 is going to change. Oh,
Vote is
by
now
the way.
6 to 6.
6 to 6.
And we go into extra innings here, huh?
What's with the kid?
The facts are supposed to determine the case.
Don't give me that. I'm sick and tired of facts. You can twist them any way you like. You know what I mean?
That's exactly the point this gentleman has been making.
Oh.
I mean, you keep shouting at the top of your lungs.
Well, a little storm will cool it
Rain.
down.
Yeah.
Well, how'd you figure that out, killer? How come you changed your vote?
Well, it just seemed to me there was room for doubt.
You haven't got a leg to stand on, you know that, I hope.
Oh, I don't feel that way. There were a lot of details that never came out.
You know what I mean?
Now, listen, I don't think you have any right to... Loudmouth.
They are so stubborn. These
Yeah.
ones with the guilty vote.
Stubborn don't want to open their eyes and see that the facts might not be right.
Yeah, but also we don't know who is right and wrong here. These people who vote guilty can be right.
Yeah. But they just need to think about it and speak about it and not shout and be angry about it.
Thank you.
The details of the movie are pretty cool that they make. And we're absolutely watching it almost lifetime. The whole conversation.
Calm down, will you?
Yeah, he said 1 hour and
You know,
I think it's going to be around an hour, yeah.
we had
I think for me it's a pretty good fact that the boy doesn't speak English, but they heard I'm gonna kill you. It's a very strong...
And what is it with this fan here? How come...
the only fan.
He tries to fix it from the beginning. Ah!
Hey, huh?
Just needed to press the button.
Must be on the same...
Customer support.
Well, things are looking up here, huh?
Yeah, when it's hot, it's really hard to think also.
He's so happy.
I can imagine, remember the other room that we were working in? We're going
Yeah.
to die without the fan.
It was okay for me.
And you guys ever go to the garden?
Then.
I'll tell you what I think. We're going nowhere here. I'm ready to walk into court right now and declare a hung jury. There's no point in this thing going on anymore.
Yeah, I go for that, too. Listen, this kid wouldn't stand a chance with another jury, and you know it. Come on, we're home. Nobody's going to change his vote. Let's take it inside. You still don't think there's room for reasonable doubt? No, I don't.
I'm tired of this guy's opinion.
An important point for the prosecution was the fact that after the boy claimed he'd been at the movies during the hours that the killing took place, couldn't remember the names of the movies or the stars who appeared in them.
It's the only alibi the boy offered.
After an upsetting experience such as being slapped in the face by your father?
I think so.
Under great emotional stress?
Under great emotional stress.
He remembered them correctly in court. He named the pictures and the stars who played in them.
Yes.
Oh, really? That changes the point a lot.
He had 3 months from the night of the murder to the day of the trial in which to memorize them. It's not difficult for a lawyer to find out what played at a particular theater on a particular night.
I'd like to ask you a personal question. Who else?
I'd never heard of them before. It's a very inexpensive second feature with unknown.
And you weren't under an emotional stress, were you?
And he started sweating
Yeah.
for the first time.
I was.
Finally.
Finally, he started sweating, yeah.
I think the point is made.
Big point.
I can forget what I watched yesterday even without something drastic happening in my
Absolutely.
life.
Me, my friend.
Yeah, me too.
Got those coffee.
I don't remember what I ate.
My
Yesterday.
friend.
Literally.
There's something I'd like to say. I mean, it's been bothering me a little, and as long as we're stuck, well, there was this whole business about the stab wound and how it was made. The downward angle of it, you know. Now, the boy was 5 feet 7 inches tall. His father was 6'2". That's a difference of 7 inches. It's a very awkward thing to stab down into the chest of someone who's more than half a foot taller than you are.
Give me that. I'll give you a demonstration. Somebody get up.
What's going to be the demonstration?
I want you to watch this because I don't want to have to do it again. I'll make myself about 6 or 7 inches shorter, okay?
It's about right, maybe a little more.
Okay, a little more.
Is he gonna stab him?
He wants to?
I'm also thinking that he's gonna stab.
Nobody's hurt. Right?
Right, nobody hurt.
He can close the knife and just
Yes.
do
This is
it?
the way I'd stab a man who was taller than I was. Look at the angle. Down and in. And this is the way it was done. Now tell me I'm wrong.
Down and in, I guess there's no argument. Oh, hold on a minute, will you? Give me that. Anybody here ever see a knife fight?
I think he has to take it from the pocket, open it, and then just... I don't know.
Switchblades came with the neighborhood where I lived.
How do you use a switchblade?
Well, he never used it like this. See, you lose too much time switching hands.
Yeah.
Here's how.
Yeah,
Underhanded.
yeah.
Anyone who's ever used the switch knife wouldn't handle it any other way.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Never thought of that.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
You'd say the boy was pretty handy with a knife.
Mm-hmm.
You think he could have made the kind of wound that killed his father?
No. Not with the experience he'd had all his life handling these things. I feel he'd have gone for him underhanded.
Or the knife was already opened.
Yeah, it's possible the knife to be already open, but also the kid can open the knife before. Just to prepare.
Yeah, to be
It's
prepared.
not, this doesn't prove anything that it's someone else.
No, yeah.
I changed my vote to not guilty. You what? You heard me. I had enough.
What do you mean you've had enough?
He wants to go to the game.
Doesn't matter guilty or not guilty.
Well,
He's
it
with the
is.
most.
You have sat here and voted guilty with everyone else because there are some baseball tickets burning a hole in your pocket. And now you have changed your vote because you say you're sick of all the talking here.
Now, listen, buddy.
So they don't accept that or what?
Yeah.
Play like this with a man's life. Don't you care?
Now, wait a minute. You can't talk like that to me.
I can talk like that to you.
Doesn't have any opinion.
Listen,
Guilty or not guilty?
I told you. Not guilty.
Why?
Look, I don't have to...
You do have to. Say it.
This is your job in this moment.
I don't think he's guilty.
I think he voted guilty that way also. I just think he's guilty.
Yeah.
We have to see the beginning again.
Another vote call for her.
He was quite sure. But without an opinion.
I think 2 more.
1, 2,
That was for not guilty?
5.
Not, yeah. That's for not.
8?
Who
Wow, 2
who's
more.
8.
Ah, the ego guy.
Ah!
9.
Oh!
I don't understand you people. I mean, all these picky little points you keep bringing up, they don't mean nothing. You saw this kid just like I did. You're not going to tell me you believe that phony story about losing the knife and that business about being at the movies? And let me tell you, they don't need any real big reason to kill someone either. No, sir. They get
It's like they're playing Wolf.
real big drinkers, all of them.
Wolf.
You know the game of Wolf? The innocent village people and the three hidden wolves amongst the people.
Oh yeah, I hate that game.
Oh, I love it so much.
If somebody gets killed, so somebody gets killed. They don't care. Oh, sure, that's...
We're arguing the same way.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I hate it.
Most of them, it's like they have no feelings. They can do anything. What's going on here? You're making a big mistake, you people. This kid is...
So they are doing the disrespectful thing because he was disrespectful, probably.
I mean, what's happening in here?
Because he's yelling. And they said no more yelling here.
Listen to me. We're this kid on trial here. He's tied. Well, don't you know about them? These people are dangerous.
Sit down and don't open your mouth again.
Oh, he lowered his voice finally. Even he left the table.
It's pretty easy to vote not guilty and not kill a person. But if this person kills another one, how would you sleep at?
I don't really know what the truth is. 9 of us now seem to feel that the defendant is innocent. Gambling on probabilities, we may be wrong. Maybe trying to let a guilty man go free, I don't know. But we have a reasonable doubt. No jury can declare a man guilty unless it's sure.
Yeah.
We 9 can't understand how you 3 are still so sure.
You've made some excellent points, but I still believe the boy is guilty of murder, and I have 2 reasons. One, the evidence given by the woman across the street who actually saw the murder committed. And 2, the fact that she described the stabbing by saying she saw the boy raise his arm over his head and stab down into the father's chest. She saw him do it the wrong way.
That's absolutely right.
Let's talk about...
He's just repeating.
She saw the killing through the windows of a passing L train. She said the lights went out immediately after the killing, but that she got a good look at the boy in the act of stabbing his father.
How?
As far as I can see it, this is unshakable testimony.
How clearly can he see it? Can she see it?
Not so easy to arrange all the evidence in order.
You can throw out all the other evidence. The woman saw him do it. What else do you want?
All right, I'm changing my vote. He's guilty.
Oh.
Anybody else, the vote is 8-4.
Why is this such a personal triumph for you? This one vote.
Okay, I say we're a hung jury. I say we take it into the judge.
I'm sure you'll pardon me for this, but I was wondering why you're rubbing your nose like that.
Oh, come on, will you?
At this point, I happen to be talking to the gentleman sitting next to you. Now, why were you rubbing your nose like that?
Third time.
Well, if it's any of your business, I was rubbing it because it bothers me a little.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it because of your eyeglasses?
It is. Now, could we get on to something else?
Your eyeglasses made those 2 deep impressions in the sides of your nose. I hadn't noticed that before. The woman who testified that she saw the killing
Was wearing glasses.
Same marks on the sides of her nose.
Oh!
Just give me a minute.
That's a lot.
Finished. She had those same marks. She kept rubbing them in court.
I'm doing the same when I'm with the glasses because it hurts here.
This woman was about 45 years old.
How do you know whether she wore glasses? Just because she was rubbing her nose?
No, the marks.
Those marks, I saw them.
That she didn't see quite clearly.
When you're laying down in your bed, you remove your glasses so you don't see so well.
Well, what about the lawyer? Why didn't he say something?
There are 12 people in here concentrating on this case. 11 of us didn't think of it either.
Well, what about the district attorney? You think he'd pull a trick like that? Have her testify without her glasses?
Did you ever see a woman who had to wear glasses and didn't want to because she thinks they spoil her looks?
Okay, she had marks on her nose. She didn't want to wear them out of the house so people would think she's gorgeous. But when she saw this kid killing his father, she was in the house alone.
Laying in her bed without the glasses.
When you go to bed?
No, I don't.
If you read.
No one wears eyeglasses to bed.
But she was rotating in bed and she couldn't sleep for 1 hour. That was the point.
How do you know?
I don't know. I'm guessing. I'm also guessing that she probably didn't put her glasses on when she turned and looked casually out of the window. And she herself testified the killing took place just as she looked out. Maybe she honestly thought she saw the boy kill his father. I say she only saw a blur.
How do you know what she saw? How does he know all that?
And how do you know what she saw?
The glasses she wore. Maybe there were sunglasses. Maybe she...
Wants to pull the plug.
What do you know about it?
I only know the woman's eyesight is in question now.
You can't send someone off to die on evidence like that.
Yes.
Oh, don't give me that.
Don't you think the woman might have made a mistake?
No.
Yes.
It's not possible.
I can because I wear glasses and I can clearly say that I don't see.
Possible?
Just change it again.
For the fourth time.
They have to vote again, I think.
He's guilty.
Not anymore.
Guilty? Not guilty.
So only one?
Get with you.
Only the one that wants to pull the switch.
11-1. Well, what about all the other evidence? What about all that stuff? The knife, the whole business?
Well, you said we could throw out all the other evidence.
You already spoke about it. Weren't you there?
I don't care whether I'm alone or not. It's my right.
Yeah, it is. But they just switched.
He just stubborn.
What do you want? I say he's guilty.
I want to hear your arguments.
I gave you my arguments.
No, you didn't.
I want to hear them again. You have as much time as it takes.
Yeah, the whole night.
Every single thing that took place in that courtroom, but I mean everything, says he's guilty. What do you think? I'm an idiot or something? The old man saw him right there on the stairs. What's the difference how many...
You didn't see kill him.
The knife falling through a hole in his pocket. Sure, you can take all the time, hobble around the room, but you can't prove it.
This guy.
And what about this business of the L? And the movies? There's a phony deal if I ever heard one. This business with the glasses? How do you know she didn't have them on? This woman testified in open court. And what about hearing the kid yell? Well, that's it. That's the whole case.
Just don't want to be wrong.
Say something.
Your son is a living proof.
You're not going to intimidate me. I'm entitled to my opinion. Rotten kids, you work your life out.
I see only one angry man now.
I think all of them were angry at some point, except the first not guilty.
Yeah.
Not guilty.
Blamer. Oh, he said not.
Not guilty.
He had some personal problems because of his kid. He was gonna put down the shoulder of another. This is sadistic. Oh God. I'm so thankful that he played not guilty. They had a pretty good point.
Now we have to find out if they're right.
I think that maybe they're gonna... This whole conversation was so strong. Like a little maquette of our society, how we think and discuss things.
But we never share one opinion.
Yeah, and this is an important case of a guy's life. Of a boy, young boy's life. So many cigarettes. And he forgot his knife.
In the background of the black.
Are we not gonna see anything more?
No.
I wanted to see at least the final... The final scenes in the court. The end, yeah. We're not gonna see anything more.
I've seen movies shot in one place. It's usually one of the best. I didn't expect this movie to be good because I...
Probably the first one of those.
Yeah.
Actually.
Or the first. We don't know, yeah.
Might be the first.
Yeah, so I really didn't expect this movie to be good for me, for me to like it. But here we are. I'm loving it. It was a great movie. It was pretty clever how they changed one by one the votes. I thought it's going to be that way because, as I said, otherwise, why you make the movie? And I was expecting a bit more twist in the end, but
it's probably the first movie like that from the. From the
it's a very clever one. Yeah,
it was clever. Probably, if it's nowadays, maybe they'll make it as more twisty because there is a
12 Angry Men.
There weren't 12. I can argue about the two because the first one wasn't angry. The grandpa wasn't angry, and little by little they were less angry men.
I think they were all angry in their way, but they didn't want to be there. It's just,
and it was very hot. It's a lot more easier to get on your nerves when you're hot and I just want to go somewhere.
Absolutely. So I'm really glad that we watched it. Really glad.
They changed our mind.
Yeah.
We were playing guilty for the movie as a start and as a finish. We played it as a good, not guilty movie, guys. Yeah.
Not guilty of a boring movie. Good. And
hilarious.
Thanks you for watching.
Thanks for watching it with us.
See you on the next.
See you next.